Hit it, boys.
If I get caught cheating, that no mean I don't love you.
Hey, it don't mean I don't love you.
That don't mean I don't love you.
Man,
This is the toxic anthem.
That is the
You ready?
song
shibbity,
of the summer.
shibbity dee.
Okay, Monday night. Welcome to another episode of Black Super Friend. We be right back. Good evening. It's D. Horace Towns, joined by his best friends, the Black Super Friends. We're here for another
What
episode
up?
of Raw. I can already see it's going to be a night of unruliness. All right? So, since people are going to be unruly and don't have respect for production skills, I'm going to introduce these fellas. First, I'm going to start with the person at the bottom showing his pearly whites. His attire tonight is fashionable in his eyes. You will refer to him as the ladies' man.
What up? What's happening? How y'all doing?
Okay. No, not to act up over there. Okay. Second of all, I'm going next door to my main man with bro. There's a cardboard behind you.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my my poo-poo, man. When she graduated, we had the fans made, and my son just loves to come in here and look at that and just scream out sister. So I put it up. But he's a character.
Bruh, listen, this is only what you can dream of. Another character, man, that's nothing but a dad's pride and joy, man. Salute you on marriage and being a great father.
Man.
Next, I'm going to my main man. He is the prime example of what a Leo man is. I call him Leonidas. Sometimes I call him the architect of confusion. He might be the Charlemagne of the show. But tonight, he's not the date doctor. You would know him as Chris Leo.
Chris Leo the Great, that is, man. I'm happy to be here. I feel good. It's another Monday. I just kicked my daughter's ass in a foot race. I'm feeling good about that.
Word?
Before we go on, I want to give a big acknowledgement. Somebody's mother had a happy birthday this past what was it, yesterday? Yeah, the other day, you say?
No, we've been celebrating. It's been Friday. It's a week apart. Mine was Friday before hers, Friday after. We just keep the party going.
That's the queen. You know, that's where he get it from. So he's celebrating, but they're gonna be celebrating for a month together.
I started to tag y'all as she was talking at her birthday dinner at how she used to just go prior to me everywhere. And I said, that's where the hell it come from. It's in my DNA. So Horace, I got some video for you, some footage. You can talk to mom about my exclusive trips and why does it burn my soul to do so? Because she put it there.
Interesting. I look forward to such media output. Well, first off, I don't know who Facebook user is. Good Evening Kings. Please say who you are, so we can go and rectify why you are not being shown and giving you proper credit. I will say tonight, I am happy to see you guys, and it is
Keisha Williams.
What?
Keisha Williams. She said the same thing in the in Facebook.
I don't even know. Is she doing it from an iPhone or something? But listen, tonight is a good day. It is a good night. To God be the glory. I ain't get an amen, you goddamn heathens.
Man.
We didn't know you were done with the benediction.
Said it. What?
We didn't know you were done with the benediction. We were trying to be, polite.
Okay, you definitely a heathen. You was an international heathen. So you hush your mouth.
I've been behaving.
We not forget that your birthday was just last week.
Woo.
Your birthday was just last week. You don't want to talk about that, do you?
It was all right.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I got sick last year. It was good and it was hot. I did more walking than anything in the world. I think I sweated out the alcohol and the food that I consumed. Somehow, amazingly, I think I came back lighter. I ain't talking about color wise, shut your ass up. I'm talking about weight wise.
I was about to say.
Yeah, no. That ain't happening. I need this. This a lot. This costs a lot per pound. Melanin ain't cheap. Yeah, they say that too. Whole lot of them say it.
Well, I'm glad you guys are here. I just got in by the hair of my chin. And but you know what? I gotta praise God for allowing me to move. He moved something for me today, and I'm happy. My heart, I had my heart's joy. Yeah, it was a good day, man.
You got a stool?
A what?
Your bowels or something? What happened? You ain't sharing.
Look what I that happy.
I don't know. You probably look constipated. You said you got a movement, and that was it.
Where is this conversation going at, man? What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to know what really moved you, my brother? That's all. You're going to tell us half the story.
I'm not going to tell you none of the story. I'm just saying God is good. It was a good afternoon. I'm thankful for my evening that I had. It was very impactful and well needed. Okay. So I
thought you were sharing happiness with us, brother. You sharing half-ass stories. That's crazy.
I won't share nothing.
But continue.
This is about growth. And just for viewers' sake, since we were kids, Xavier is the one who mom puts Metamucil in his cereal.
Oh.
Yeah, just let it tell it. All right. Let me go to the first question tonight before we bring on some estrogen to our show tonight to give a rebuttal about a clip. Once again, that I was talking, but the gist of it was Mario. I just want to say that. I just bring it in, and then, let me ask you guys something, because I just really sucked as a producer this week, man. I see Mario and Chris, y'all doing all that workout. I've done none of it. I'm still going to win the challenge. Go get me some liquid lipo, do a cleanse. Oh, I'm definitely going to win, because it is what it is. How's y'all workout going? How's your personal health? I see Mario and Chris do. Zay says, I don't believe it. But that's share with us first, Zay. How is your workout going in your personal health?
Atrocious. Ever since my birthday, I've done nothing but drink alcohol, eat some of the finest foods, and get some of the best sleep. I've not gotten up to walk a bridge, run a mile, or lift the weight. The only thing I've lifted is probably a pair of clippers. And that has been about it, my brother. And I'll be honest about that one. What about yourself? Because we never see you do any damn thing. We don't even hear tell of it. So what is it that you do? Run your mouth? Wacky Wednesdays, I know, is in full effect. What else do you do? I don't know.
Gloves is off tonight.
Listen, hey boy, I know that green tea you've been drinking got you real hyped up. But no, I have not done a damn thing, because the most honest thing about it, if you work out and stop, that's crappy. That's not good. So I've been busy with something that I'm doing. I shared the project with Mario, and I just haven't had the time. Will I do it? Absolutely, because I need to. I'm seeing my physical appearance change, and that's when you see that, that's when it's a real emergency for me. So I did the challenge to motivate us, because hell, we do see Mario in the tight shirts or no shirts, in the gym.
Not yet.
Yeah, but I used to be that guy. Zay has never been that guy, and I want that for you.
My shirt always open. You a damn liar.
Yeah. It shouldn't be open. It shouldn't be open. I want Zay.
Your shirt shouldn't be open.
Muscles. Boy, I remember being in the back and walking around with no shirt on, swole. I didn't have a body for a long time. It shouldn't me. But hey, let me go to somebody who really doing the challenge. Chris Leo.
Oh man. Well, I had no intention to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dad by God, so I don't care. That's not a problem with me. But I just kind of want to make it routine, man. The goal for me is consistency and just making it routine. It ain't got to be a whole lot. Just something. I want to be physical every single day. I'm in the 40-40 club, so it's to me more about getting out and doing it. And I didn't want to have no excuses. Like I didn't want to have an excuse where I need to have a gym. No, I can take myself outside on my own balcony, put on a hoodie, get a good sweat. And I'm not a big weight guy, so I like to work with body weight, squats, push-ups, jumping jacks. You know what I'm saying? I like to train more than I like to work out. You know what I'm saying? So and then I get out and run, stuff like that. So I just want to make a routine, man. Before the pandemic hit, I used to go from work straight to the gym. I used to record it at Crunch and stuff like that. And then you know how Facebook has some of the memories, and now the memories be coming back. And I was like, dang, man, I used to feel so good when I was doing it. And I may not be able to hit the gym every day, but it's 24 hours in a day, man. I got 15 to 20 to 30 minutes to make a deposit into my life. You know what I'm saying? Just my life. So, you know, we want to see my baby graduate. We want to see, you know, her buy our first house and stuff like that. And then again, that's like tonight. We always want to be ready if she want to try you for a foot race or anything. You know what I'm saying? You want to be prepared. I don't want nobody. You don't want to creep up on you, nothing like that. So, for me, that's what it's about.
Mario.
Yeah, you know, I like working out is like a part of my life now, because I think that's my happy place. Like give me like I think about a lot of stuff. Like I get a part. Like you said, I'm married. I got a daughter in college and a 2-year-old, and I work and I run another business and do other stuff. So it's like my life always. From the minute I wake up in the morning, it's like I say a prayer, take a bath, brush my teeth, and then it's like busy, busy, busy. So when I go to the gym, I think that's the time when I kind of think through life and kind of like zone out and just focus. So that's always, like Chris said, lately, you know, after Corona, I bought like a little home weight set too, so and a dip bar and stuff like that to get more calisthenic based. Because you know weights, the older you get, because I'm 40 now, the older you get, the more those weight compound on your joints, and then you can start having joint problems. So I no longer live heavy at all. That's not it no more for me. I'm just trying to stay consistent, and then like Chris said, doing something every day, like because I do got a 2-year-old and I'm gonna have another son. And I don't want to be the old dad at the park who can barely stand up on the gate. Like at the end of the day, I want to make sure that I'm the dad. They be like, God, boy, your dad is 60? That's no way. That man right there is 60. And I'm just being real. That's what I want. I want to be able to go through my life if God see fit for me to make it through all my sons and you know what I'm saying, my grandchildren's endeavors, and being like, my granddaddy was strong as an ox until he went into that box. And that's all I really want right there. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was happy when Horace brought it up. And I'm happy to see everybody partaking and going in it, because as black men, you know, that's something dear to my heart. You know, every time I come home or if I go to Chris City or whatever, you know, hey, let's go work out. Hey, let's go do something. Let's just get active. Even if it's in Horace's garage. I make him, as soon as I get in off the plane, let's hit these weights. Let's do something. Just because we always tell each other to go spend some money, or like they say, go drink and all that kind of stuff. So we got to mix a little good with the bad.
Exactly.
Most definitely. Hey, listen, and I Jarrell, my brother Jarrell, signed up for Crunch today. You know, I got rid of my gym set because I'm there. I'm not working out by myself.
Right.
And, you know, the scenery ain't bad at Crunch anyway. But I ask you something. At the age of 40, how do y'all think life is going?
I think I posed this question because I've been thinking about this lately. It's crazy because I think I never would have thought. I thought my explosion experiences in life was over. Like, and I mean, let me elaborate. I mean, like the big switches in life. Like I thought I kind of like went through a lot of the tough and muddled problems. I was kind of secure in my job that I had. I kind of, you know, I got married, but it seemed like in the last 2 years, it's been really like just shaking all up again. Like I done went to new endeavors and work. I done got more in depth with a lot of stuff. So, you know, it's just like, man, how is my life? And then, you know, looking at the other side of the hill, because you can't avoid that. You're looking at like a lot of stuff that used to matter so much to me 5 years ago, not 10 or 20. it really don't matter that much to me no more. And the quality of time matters so much to me now. Like to the point of like, if I got to use so much of my time to acquire money to get it, I don't even want it. So that right there just made me start to ask y'all, you know, me just turning 40, like how y'all feel being, you know, in your life in 40? Like, how do you feel like it is right now to you? Or do y'all feel similar to me or not?
Everybody 40 on here?
Yeah, we all 40-40 club. I say for me, man, dog, I'm happy, dog. I say like to me personally, I lived a life. I'm from Ruleville, Mississippi, dog. And that's like you can't even find that on the map. And I'd have been out the country. I done been a signed artist to a major label, to one of my favorite artists. I've been in clubs with famous people. I done had my name in front of the club. I've been able to come into clubs, own for my face. DJ shot me out, man. I've been able to be a coach, pursue a dream as a coach. I've been able to be a dad. Like I spent some time as a drug dealer, and I made it out of there. You know what I'm saying? And that it was certain times in that, especially at that point in my life, I didn't even expect to see 40. You know what I'm saying? We was doing some things that we might have not, that was trying to make it so we wouldn't see 40. So just for us to be here, man, just for me to be here, man, I'm happy, dog. I'm happy. You know, I didn't think about. I don't come from a family that thought about future. I don't come from a family of savers. I come from a family of survivors. I'm one of the first. My generation is one of the first to have life insurance. We one of the first to try to buy property. You know, to think of giving something to the generation under you, man. So I'm happy to be here. I got great relationship with my daughter. I got great relationships with friends. You know, I've been treated well by women. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. And I hope and I think it's only going to get better. I think it's going to get better, man. But honestly, I think it's times we never expect to be here, but it's good to be here. I look forward to doing more, but I'm more of a one thing at a time. I don't multitask. I do one thing at a time. I try to get a goal, set a goal, and try to do that and move on, man. But I'm happy. I can say it like that.
Gonzarelli, gonna let me go before you?
It's all up to you. You know, I know you're the oldest, so you weren't really that close to 40. I thought you were gonna tell us about 50, but it's okay.
I'm not close to no damn 50. But I don't know who done put some self-esteem in your cup tonight, but you better goddamn spit it out. Listen, I must say, bro, my 20s and 30s, my mid 20s and 30s was so rough that the 40s is good, man. You know, I grew. I'm looking forward to making it to 50. I didn't really think I was gonna make it to 21, you know, growing up, honestly. And but life is good right now, man. And the reason I say it's good, when you battle through, I had kids early, and I tell anybody, but fatherhood, breaking them chains, trying to be a good dad, paying child support, bruh, with low-paying jobs, bro, that stressed me. That aged me so much that now that their kids are grown, now for the first time in life, I can say, okay, what do I want out of life? What do I want to do? Because I spent all the years what most people are partying, I spent it being responsible, you know, and holding down. And the state ain't gonna let you not be responsible. So I definitely had to spend my early years. So 40, I think it's going good, man. I didn't see this. I didn't see this. So us all in our places, man, this is amazing to me. You know, like I say, Mario married with kids, and he always pointing to me how marriage is amazing. Chris, the brother, the big brother, I wish I had, you know what I mean? So, you know, he's a pain in the ass, which makes it feel like I got a real brother from day one. That's always been our relationship. I've always felt that way about him from day one. And Zay's the little brother that ain't listening to shit I said. But, you know, where you see me, you saw him. You know, so to see us right now, knowing what all the stuff we overcame, yeah, 40 is good, bro. If God didn't give me another couple years, I could say I made it through the storms. And I'm just thankful that at some point I had enough grace. God gave me enough grace to give me a minute to kind of take in life, to see my boys graduate. You know what I mean? Bless me to have a house and just take a moment. I promise you, right? Nothing else. Just have a moment to like exhale. No, not be stressed out, not living check to check. Just have a moment to at least learn me. Like, who am I? What do I want to do? Am I an asshole? Yeah, like to actually take the moment to dig into who Horace Tynes. Most people don't have that, bro. They life is they living with survival. They don't get a chance to examine who they are. So 40 has been. I'm just say thank you, Lord, for giving me 40. If they give me another year, I'm grateful. But I got my damn hair. Listen, while everybody else losing it, bro, God saw fit for me to have hair. I got waves on one side, and I'm still here. A lot of people got angels in the outfield. They ain't listening to me.
I'm the only one on this show ain't got no hair. All y'all got y'all hair.
Yeah.
The arrogance is that you balded yourself.
Oh yeah,
you called it quits early.
Yeah, once my shit started going back, I can't be that guy with the. I like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
I don't know who my dad is, but I'm glad he gave me this runaway slave. It could be bald and it could be gold. I got that Kuta Kinte up here, but it's here.
When you get to be Sherman Hemsley, you gotta put on a hat. You can't. Your game is handicapped. You looking at a woman looking like Sherman Hemsley. Mm-hmm. Oh, nigga, that's
you gotta get rid of it.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of it. Zay,
you gotta get rid of that.
You're in the 40 club. Tell me something interesting.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna make a correction. I'm gonna make a correction. I'm going to correct you. Your brother Norman is the one who never listens to a word you say. It ain't I just get the flack. It is what it is. But I'm going to agree with Chris. I think that we did have a good run up until now, but I just believe that we are at that point where the Bible tells you, as when I became a man, I did away with childish things. We're at that place where we're making that transition and trying to do away with some of the teachings and some of the just things that we did when we were younger. Like we got a chance to experience, like Chris said, some of the best living, some of the best clubs, some of the best adventures. Because y'all know that I'm gonna take off and go somewhere and just see the world outside of Florida, outside of Riviera Beach, West Palm Beach, or Palm Beach County for that matter. So if you ask me how life is going, I'm gonna say pretty good and exactly the way that it should be going, with a slight chance of getting better, because we only get what they say with fine wine we get better. So that's what I think that we are, because as you see, all of us are over 40. And we don't look it. If it wasn't for like probably a few gray strands or, some hair receding, you probably put us in the 20, 30-year-old ball club. So I think that we're doing doggone good. Business owners, everyone on this screen, everyone is working towards their goals. Everyone has more goals that they want to accomplish, and we're working toward that and hold each other accountable. So I think that is just the signs that we're doing great. At 40, don't beat yourself up. We're not the guys who are the glass half empty. We're the glass half full. So we know where we came from, what we've done, but we also know what we want to do and what we're capable of. We just got to execute it. So I like where we are. I like our position, and I bet on us against anyone else.
Zay, I must tell you to speak for yourself, because I ain't got confused for 20 or 30 in a long time. So maybe that's you getting that kind of love. I ain't receiving that type of love.
They're not telling you that you look.
Everywhere I go, I get everywhere.
I had to stop that a long time ago. You know what Unc was when we were growing up. You gonna call me big bro, or you just gonna call me and say it is what it is?
But I'm definitely on, and I want to be. I was waiting. I was on, and I thought, man, let's stop playing with me, man. I want my grass to be cut. Don't step across my grass. Pull your pants up. Stop being so loud in the stove. I never thought I'd be the state, but I want to correct every little punk that get out of line. I feel
he is charged in white.
What's going on, big bro? What's going on, big bro? Yeah, what's going on, man? Y'all all right? Nah, for real though, I love them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy, man. I never thought, shit, I was going, man, this is a blessing to be this age. I was just telling my uncle. My uncle was telling me, man, I'll be 80 in 2 months. I said, man, aren't you 80? You're like, shit, you have my age. So what you thought I was going to never stop aging? I had to think about that because, I don't feel old. So when I started thinking about it, I'm like, damn, that's what I'm saying. Like me having that conversation, like, damn, bro, our parents, like, I'm just talking to my mama and all. I'm like, bro, they're getting up there. Like, I'm 40. Shit.
Listen,
Next year.
Mario, as you say that, I actually had to sit down Friday. My mom turned 80. Everyone forgets that I'm the baby. My mom turned 80. And it was a joy to hear people say, you lying. You know what I mean? But for me, I'm like, shoot, boy, she's getting up there. Thank God that, she keeps herself in the condition that she is and that she's in as good of health that she is. But you're right. But we half their age. So all that selling out we used to do.
And thank God that you ain't retarded. Because your mama had you kind of late.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I'm saying?
You,
like, no, I never thought that your mama, for real. Like,
no, everyone says that.
When you said 8, I'm like, bro, this lady was yelling outside in my backyard with my mama telling her to cut the tree, and they out there, and she telling her, come on. They walking down. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking,
we'll climb a tree.
Everybody the same, but I'm like, Miss Laurel's like in good shape. Like, not even just damn how she look. I'm talking about the shape she's in. Like, it's amazing. Like that. See, I see people like that. It made me say, I gotta get up and go do something.
But that feeling though, like you say, that feeling, like how you say when you around aunt them, man, and you just look and you like, dang, they are getting older. Hell, that mean I'm getting older. You know what I'm saying? That do sit in on you. But yep.
All right, man. Tonight we're gonna have some estrogen come on the screen. We always offer people to join our cast. And while we're doing that, I want to go into the next topic. Because I really think this is good because I don't have an answer. I really did not think about this, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have enough time to figure this one out. If you had one dating superpower, what would it be?
Let me take the lead on that one. Let me take the lead on that one. I'm gonna get out of the way real fast.
I don't know what's going on tonight.
Listen, no, because I had the same problem as Mario. If it was me, I'm gonna say that I wish I would have the right words. Mario don't have that problem, but like sometimes I say things that are honest and true because it's what I was thinking, but I say it first and say, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that, even though it's truthful. It don't hit the same like when it was inside my head. So if I had a dating superpower, it would be to have all the right words at all the right time, and that would be it for me because you can solve so much more. People are more apt to listen to you when your words coincide with how they're feeling or helps them and doesn't feel like it's badgering or beating them up. So for me, my superpower would have been the right words at the right time. I think that unlocks everything, but that's the key. But go ahead, Mr. Date Doctor. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snub you, but I needed to get that out of there.
It's all good, my brother. If it was me, I was torn between two. I either want the lie detector superpower, the power I can detect any lie that anyone would tell me, no matter how clever it is, or the smash radar to basically know when she gonna let you hit, or to be able to like make first dates, smashable dates and stuff like that. Because I feel like that right there is the elephant in the room when it comes to dating, especially on our end. A lot of this stuff that we do in pregame is to try to smash. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if we knew, it'll take a lot of the pressure off. Not only that, let's just say you knew it was going to happen on the first date. You probably would plan a better first date because as a date doctor, my interest is in protecting men more than anything else. So I tell men to keep first dates responsible, fiscally responsible, and I tell them that everything is a first date until you smash. So if I knew when it was going to happen, we could do it. We could do damn near anything because I think that most of us won't want to have a really, really good time with a woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I met you the first date. If I knew we could drive out of town, go get a room somewhere, go have dinner at one of the finest restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Because I know already. So it's either out of smash radar or lie detector. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to know 100% that you full of shit. I want to know when you say, "Oh, I'm busy." I know you getting your brains knocked out by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or any kind of cap, I want to be able to recognize it. So if I had to have a superpower, it's hard to pick between them two, but those are my two. Forrest, I know you can think of something now. We gotta go to Mario last because he got to remember the time when he was dating.
You know what? With all the growth that I've had, my answer,
my business.
Well, you know, it is. Listen, I must say that in the midst of it's kind of gonna be still egotistical. If I had a dating superpower, it probably would be I don't know if the answer would be the ability to break through all women insecurities and give that intimacy, you know, give them that moment that they just
this nigga here.
Wait a minute, dog. I'm trying to say, listen, or
deal with all the way Casanova,
or will it be the ability to give even the most dildo addicted woman an orgasm?
Okay,
I think that's gonna be it. The ability to give it. Shit, me, you hush.
Dr. Miami, he giving them things out there in 6 packs. You can go down there and see him. You'll be good in no time.
He giving that what?
You can go down there and find out. He giving you a BBL. You want to have a dildo wielding woman coming? Go see Dr. Miami. You want a new body? Go see Dr. Miami. That ain't no superpower, but listen, he might help.
I said giving a woman an orgasm. The ability to give any woman an orgasm.
That's a good
okay.
Yes, most of these women are addicted to the rose.
You need something for that.
Stuff. You need what?
I think he's trying to
go.
I want to hear this shit.
You need something for that, is what I said. So you said a dildo wielding woman, you want to be able to give her an orgasm. I told you go see Dr. Miami, give you a couple inches, you'll be able to fight that demon right off of her. Try to help you. You don't want the help, I see.
Ain't nothing wrong with my dick size. I said the
ability to give an orgasm. I was trying to help you.
Orgasm. Yeah, you talking about?
Continue rolling. Go ahead.
Orgasm, because you don't really even understand the damn answer. Go ahead, Mario. I don't know what the hell is they
problem in that area, boy.
Goddamn Pac-Man.
That was a good one. All y'all had good ones. I think mine would be the ability to and follow me because I don't know how to what's the actual power, but the ability to make every woman give me all they got. And I mean, and I won't, and I'm saying, like a lot of times you be in relationships or you date women or you do this, but you have to knock down all them walls until you get to the person till they feel like they so secure with you that they'll give you them, like in whole, like the wholeness of them. And I'm saying I strive for that. Like in dating, in life, in my wife, like that's what I want. I want that. Because if I see what that is, I can know if I want that. But sometimes it takes so long to get to that. You got to meet so many representatives. So I would want to go straight to the point where I feel like whatever it takes for them to release them, I want the superpower to instantly, when they see me, I get the best of them. And every time around them, they give me the best of them, what they got to offer. So I could be a good judge of if I want them or not. I think that's the superpower I would want. Because I think that's what every man wants. The ability to make a good choice in a woman that he could be with for the rest of his life. And I think when it all boils down to it, we all manipulate the game to shift to us so we can get an advantage to pick the right mate that suits our life for the long haul as we see it at that moment, though. And I think that go ahead.
Do you think that bring about resentment? Because I understand, I get it. The superpower is to get the greatest out of her, the most out of her. But the most may not be a lot to you, and it may not be sufficient to you.
Right,
but she
then ain't no
did give you her all. So
But
when you
ain't no time.
walk away from that, do you think it'll build some resentment in her?
I think anytime you use a superpower on somebody and they don't want it, it's gonna be resentment. If you don't choose them.
Got me.
Like anytime. So I feel like I agree. But right now the superpower is supposed to benefit me. so like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I'm just trying to make sure that I can get the best choice. And then if it happened to be you, just think about it. Like from the day of inception of us meeting, whoever I choose, we were instantly in our forever.
Yeah, because you feel comfortable. You know she's giving you your all, and now you can just from the go,
you just be with you. So then it's it took us 5 years to kind of get into our groove. You know, like after our fourth. No, I'm talking about from day one, y'all smoking into y'all purpose. Like that right there. You're right. I believe it, that right there will say, me being married right now, I think that's how I look at it. Like, dang, bro, if I could have had this, I didn't even know I wanted this 10 years ago. But I'm saying if I could have been here 10 years ago, been doing this for 10 years straight, how further along would I have been just maturely? Because, that's just why I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all not married, but that's saying I don't want to beat this up, but I seen something they just say, every man should have a girl and a boy. I seen Bill Bellamy say that. And I was like, that's crazy. God, I see most people say one way or the other, right? And he was like, because that's like AM and FM. A radio never be complete if you don't have both stations. So then I was like, why? He was like, because one thing for sure, a woman conjures up love in a man that he never seen. That you never even knew you had when you have a little girl. When you have a little girl, it's a part of you that you didn't even know that it existed in love. Like a deepness, a fear, abyss. It's like you cross a whole mountain. When you get a little boy, a responsibility in you that you never foreseen, the responsibility to create something that's going to directly affect the world. That weight of the world is on your shoulder from a boy. So having both of them, you get different. And maybe that's why since I got both now at 40, it's like, like my life I look at my life so introspective now because it wasn't just protecting my little girl. Now I got to make sure I raise a man who's going to get old enough to protect the little girl. And that right there is just, that's why I say that right there.
Okay. Dirk Diggler, what was your answer again?
Which one is Dirk Diggler?
Zay. What was your answer?
Oh, the right words. The right words, my guy.
I think you already got that superpower.
No, I ain't got it yet. I mess up from time to time.
Listen, I you know what? If I was married, I would. I want that Bill Cosby show illusion. What Mario got, man, every man dream of. Come home, the kids run up to you, daddy, daddy, daddy. Yeah. And all that, bro, that's a warm.
I was so tired of him saying daddy today, boy. I was like, come on, bro. You get another word.
Bro, to see him in the back seat saying, take my picture, bro, that was hilarious, man.
Yeah, but he said that 62 times before I took it.
That's one of my latest worst regrets. Though I have never met that boy. And that's one of my regrets right now. I have to meet him because when you look at it on stores and Instagram and stuff like that, it's like that's your dog. I know him. That's my nigga right there. Yeah. But technically you never ever met him. Well, I'm speaking for myself. I got to do that soon. I have to do that soon.
Chris, when they came to visit me and they stayed here, bro, he is. It is like a cartoon version of Mario. I'm asleep. Hey, wake up!
Hold on, no. Yeah. I got a picture holding him at the wedding.
Yeah, you did.
I met him before. My bad. I'm tripping. I got a picture holding him in the wedding.
Now we got to go on and dialogue into mental health. Hey, at the age of 40, if your memory loss, are you experiencing memory loss? My doctor had a whole blip back. Like,
God damn, what the hell do I just have?
God damn it. Well, listen, I was waiting on somebody to come on, but you know how we are. So I'm going to go to the next one, and then I'll double back on that thing. Let me go to the clip, man. This was a trending clip that was happening this week, and you actually had outrage. I don't know how you can have outrage about something that TD Jake said, but He got some other trouble going on over there. But I'm gonna play a short clip to set up the dialogue for the conversation. Y'all ready for this?
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families.
All right. Who wanted first? Because the conversation is this. He says we are raising women to be men, and women acting like men nowadays is a crisis. That's what I took from the whole conversation. And you know what? Hey, Zay, you've been all jiggy tonight. One more time. Start it off.
Got you. So amazing is what I'll say. Because we know that the people who had a problem with what he said didn't pay attention to that whole entire message. That's a given. The craziest part about it is the message is old. This was Father's Day. He was teaching this message. One of the funniest things that I found was the people, or because it was some guys too, so women, you guys aren't excluded on this one, but the people who found offense with it didn't even realize that he was taking up for women. So that just knocked my socks off right then and there. But he had some good points if you listen to that entire message and what he was saying. And a lot of just even in that little clip right there that he showed is what myself, Mario, Chris, and even you, Horace, have been talking about is nobody cares what you've accomplished as a woman when the very essence of your woman is stripped. You're no longer this soft and pretty thing that all men want. You're just like a silverback gorilla, just like us. We're not attracted to that. You know what I'm saying? But we've said it in so many ways. So as me and my brother to the right of me, left of me, it depends on what side of the computer you are looking at, has always said, we stop talking to women because I do not enjoy getting into a verbal confrontation with women about me just trying to help you see the error in some of the ways that you may have. Not that I'm right or not that, you know what I'm saying, I'm wrong, but that this is something that I see. And if I don't say something to you, I can't help you correct it. And I think that's what he was talking about. But the point that I'm going to hinge on that he said that I think stuck out to me the most was that men are only asking women for submission. And the minute that men start talking about submission to women is when they start to submit. That sound like a slave. That sound like all this other stuff. But he said, if you really pay attention to the Bible, God asks us men to die. He didn't say submit to a woman. He said die for her. Die to protect her. Die to show her that you really love her. And the women that kick back can't even submit to a man that's willing to die for you. But y'all want one. How that work? But that's what I took from the message. There's so much more that he had in store inside that message, but I got to share his platform with my brothers. Y'all tell me maybe I missed something, but that's what I saw, and that was paramount to me. You are a professional.
Turn on your bike.
Professional what? Listen,
I
we
dare
got
not
to guess.
say.
Yeah, but not say, listen, we got a guest in, so I'll let her get the reply. I'll let her join in on that conversation after we go through in a couple minutes. The question was, men, women acting like men, and I've taken a lot of heat on this show for saying my comments, and I always thought it was in the best intentions to be like bridge a gap between men and women, because we have all these dialogues and debates. So I stood in that for a long time, and I got hate mail for it. But I can't think of her name, but she also does. She used to be a relationship coach. She said something, and I repeated it, and then I got jumped on. Then I showed the clip. They said, oh, well, she said it, so it made it okay. You can have all those accolades, but men love femininity. It's something about a woman's femininity that's going to break me down. Hell, it's even caused wars from Julius Caesar to Mark Antony. And so when she said, and this sounds crazy, but if you listen to what she said, some men go to the strip club because that's where they receive femininity. And in reality, when you see women at strip club, what do? They come, hey, they rub you, they seduce you, they put a man at ease. And all women heard, oh, they go to strip club to trick that out. Say what you want. Some men who don't get it go, even if it's a lie, even if it's a facade, they go to the strip club and get that feminine energy. That woman is gonna give him a illusion. She's gonna rub on him. She might sit on his lap. She is gonna make this man check out for a minute. So, I don't have much to add on that subject because I've been preaching about it for the longest time. So it is what it is. I'm gonna bring our guests on, but go ahead, Chris.
Well, I honestly, man, I truly hate to disagree with that great man, but I do. I don't think we're raising women to be like men. I don't think women are acting like men because what I think we're seeing is poor female behavior, and we associate that with male behavior. Now, I'm not saying that men don't have poor behavior, but we have our own unique poor behavior. So what I see displayed from women is not conducive to male. It's not like male poor behavior. They say we raise men to be providers and protectors. We're not raising women. Women are not nowadays providing and protecting for their family and their mate. That's just not happening. We raise men to get married and stay. If we look at the percentages, women are filing for divorce at an 80% clip. So that's not a male thing that we're doing. We're not men when they climbing the ladder, when they making money, when they gaining economics, they pour back into the woman ecosystem. Everything a portion of every man's income goes to the woman economics some kind of way, whether it be a strip club, whether it be your wife, your girlfriend, taking out on dates, something. It's pouring back into it. Right now, we're at a point where our women are saying that economically they're better than us. They're saying that educational wise they're better than us. Then that should mean they should pour back into our community, meaning the men and the women of the community. That's not the actions that I see women is taking. What else? Men are not twerking in every video, especially senators, especially people of importance. They're not twerking in every video. They're not showing their butt all the time. They're not doing that. This is behavior that's close to women. And then on top of that, even with men, I've seen men make women millionaires. I look at the guy P from QC. He made the City Girls millionaires. Yo Gotti just signed a woman instantly made her a thousandaire. Who else? Yo Gotti. A lot of people is men are making women millionaires. I don't know. The only time a woman made a man a millionaire is when he was once a billionaire. The only time. So what I'm saying is, this is not male behavior. This is poor female behavior, and this is what happens when you strip away judgment, when you strip away shame, and when you strip away male leadership. When you reject those things, and when you make it so you can't shame, you can't judge, this is the product what you get. Because I remember as we was growing up, all we got was shamed. All we heard was deadbeat and all the things that's bad. And from now, if you get a man right now, you're getting the best quality of man you could possibly have. These men, us men know how to cook, us men know how to clean, us men know how to work, us men are great parents. So if you get a man now, you're getting the greatest man. The men of yesteryear, they weren't great parents. They wasn't romantically inclined like that. They knew to work, provide, and protect. We can do all those things now. You know what I'm saying? So no, we're not men. Women are not acting like men. They're acting like women and poorly. And we need to isolate that, and we need to check that. Not say that this is male behavior, because it's not. We have our own unique poor behavior. Not to say that we don't have poor behavior, but this is not it.
All right, before I go to Mario, I want to highlight we have a female guest today, a member of the estrogen community, who is going to be on our last slide, but you're going to be able to reply after I go to Mario. Javara Mitchell. Michelle?
It's Michelle. You can say Javara, though. That's fine.
Okay, I all of that messed that up. I'm going to go to Mario, and then if you want to chime in, I'm going to let you chime in. Mario.
Zay brought up the point of all points. This was from Father's Day. So TD Jakes began said, we. He was talking to me. We are raising our little girl. Like, and it's true. I got a little girl. So one thing, when she got older, I had to start she was a little girl. I used to be like, you don't need boys. You know, that's a man's mind. Like, work hard so you don't need a man. Be strong. Because you subconsciously don't want no other man to take your place as daddy, and you don't want your daughter to come up to be used, abused, and need a man. So you start pouring too much into her independence, not understanding what you're teaching her to be is what you don't want yourself as a wife. So a lot of times as fathers, we start raising women to be men, right? And when he's saying being men, it's because we teach them provide first. Go to school, be self-sufficient. Like, all that is what I got to tell my son, because he's going to be responsible and the head of a household one day to make sure that everything that lays up under his roof, he is the one that takes the back burner to life, to period. That's how I believe a man does. So when I say this, I think it's so many people were saying he wrong, but I think it was a cry for women because I understand what sacrifice means, right? And as a man, your purpose is for sacrifice, right? It's for you to work the long hours, to climb the ladder. It's for you to push your happiness to the back burner for the betterment of the family and for the woman. It's for you to be the protector. I mean, if anything arrives, I give up my life, like Zay said too. Like, all that is a man. A woman should never have to do that. If she can do that, it's amazing. That's why you're my real. You're right here. We understand you can do it, but you should never have to do that. Like, you should never have to work 3 jobs. You should never want to even have to work, because if you're tired, then who's going to be the nurturer? You have a part of you that's only can be given to this world is femininity. No matter what you say, that nurture inside of you is necessary. It's the yin to our yang. So if that becomes hardened, then we got a whole bunch of energy that nobody's just being optimistic. Nobody's being patient. Nobody's being loving. Because no matter what, I don't care how much every time my kids get hurt, I could be standing 1 foot away from them. They still run to their mama. Every time. Because you know why? It's something in them that's pulling them to the person who naturally you're supposed to go to. But if she tired, if she don't know how to love, if she don't know how to nurture, because she care more about being a 100,000 there, or being independent and not needing a man, or making sure that I don't have to want or need nobody for nothing, then I think we're doing our culture a disservice. I'm not saying I don't want women CEOs. I do. But if you tell me to pull the pick between a woman CEO or women being the head of a house, I think that we value money more than we value what women naturally have. And it's their nurturing ability to run a family better than any other nationality that women have done through slavery, through Jim Crow, through a black women have showed you, I'm just talking about black women, period, have showed you that at the highest ability, without a job, period, they can run households. When that man was getting beat, they can rub his head and say the right stuff to him to make him go to a Jim Crow job every day and feel empowered when the world was beating him down. They can speak life into children. They can nurture. That's what a woman can do. I want you to use your superpowers. I don't want you to try to attain mine. Because mine, like Zay said, is to go out here every day and fight this battle. I don't need you out here with me, because I don't think you should have to want to be out here with me. So I think we are doing a disservice. And I think that women, to me, and I'm not a woman, but I think that if women start reverting back to not having to, then men will have to. See, I think that my last point is a lot of time women climbing a ladder, it's another dude saying, shit, I don't mind holding it while she go up there. I ain't want to go up there anyway. And we're not going to our rightful place, because we're supposed to be the ones that's a sacrificer, the protector. But now you got the roles are reversed. You got so many men who don't care about getting them a bad independent woman, using her credit, driving her car. But that's not the way the world's supposed to be. Because if anything go wrong, you need to be out there up at all night times of night. So I just think that, for one, that message wasn't even, that was just a snippet. That message had nothing to do with that clip right there. It had so much more to it. But I understand on the narrative of the world. And the last thing I'm gonna say is I didn't see too many married women chopping TD Jakes' head down. And I would want to ask why. I didn't see like too many honestly married women. I'm just saying, just as you look through the comments, because I kind of look like to see, I didn't see a lot of married women honestly saying, TD Jakes, you're a liar and you're wrong. And I wonder why.
Man, I want to say this before we go to our guest. We got to admit one thing, our handicaps. One, I don't care if she's the president of a Fortune 500 company. As long as she come on and kick them heels off and turn into my woman, I don't need to cook. I don't need to do nothing. I just kick them heels off and be my feminine, be my woman. Second of all, bro, let's be straight up. Growing up, my daddy wanted a lot, but all he said, are you fucking? Are you fucking? So all of us are brought up to be little players and pimps. And then, sad to say, I got some cousins who we allow certain aunties who ain't never had a man to tell them, oh, you don't trust a man and get the money. And like, we got some bad aunties in every family that have taught other women not to even depend on a man at all. So these women coming up looking forward to love and being optimistic is being taught some toxic shit. And, we got it on both sides of the ball. Javar, I am sorry for that long, break piece I did, but you have something to add to the conversation?
I don't even know where to start because the first thing I want to say is, and this is coming through me from all the women from before and after me, we don't want to do what we're doing. I think that's the point y'all missing. We don't want to be doing this.
That's what we're saying.
You think we want to work 3 jobs or be a CEO of a company? Or we don't want to do that. We're doing that because if we don't, nigga, who gonna do it? We're gonna wait on. Then if we pick the wrong one, the first thing a man gonna say is, "Well, y'all gotta pick better. That shouldn't be a conversation. I'm gonna switch it up. That's like a pet peeve of mine. They're like, choose better. Like, no, why don't we raise everybody to be better? Like, it shouldn't have to be a hard choice. It should be like John, David, or Joe. They all good guys. Pick one and go with it. But it's not that simple. It's John, David, and Joe. We gotta pick and decipher which one is being real, who's for real, and then when it's all said and done, it only makes sense to just go ahead and be the CEO of the company. That way we know we're taken care of and the family's taken care of. You feel me? But I digress. I was going to say, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that, guys.
Javar.
So, yeah.
Good evening. How you doing?
Good. How are you? How you guys doing?
So I think a lot of times when we speaking, it's not heard for what we're saying. We are in agreement with you. We know that women don't want to do it, but it's kind of like y'all calling card. So you don't. Because they said, listen to what I'm saying to you, hard. I know where you're going because we are on the same track.
No, I'm not.
I think the first thing
I'm not on that track. I don't agree with her. I believe women want to be the CEO. So I don't want. You can speak for you. I'm just saying. I believe women actually get a thrill out of saying I'm the CEO and I've made it to the top. And I feel like because that like they value. I think being married is valued less than being a CEO. And I think that's why you say you have more accolades by saying I run a Fortune 500 company than I'm the vice president of Sears, but I got a beautiful family with a husband. I don't think women value that as much as they used to. So that's why I want to just detach I don't want to interrupt you. I want to detach myself and say, I believe most women, I read them comments to death, are only talking about oppression of women in their climb to the top of the ladder. That's all. So I'm listening about women. This is what women say. So I'm going by what the women say. And the women are saying, don't hold me down. Let me go up the ladder.
So Super Mario, do you remember like in like kindergarten, and then you might see a girl and you be like, oh, she got cooties. I don't like her, but really deep down you like her. It's the same thing, but opposite. Like they do want to be CEOs. They do get a thrill out of that, but deep down, they only get a thrill out because they really can't have what they really want. They feel like they can have what they really want.
What they really want.
A man to take care of them and be like,
you want a man CEO? There's only a few of them. You want a man CEO?
It ain't gotta be. You ain't gotta be CEO. You gotta be CEO over me.
Your words was we do it because who else gonna do it? That's what you said.
Not this. The CEO is a title. I'm talking about the making sure that the CEO is a high stature and to make sure that's a financial thing. It's a power thing. Like it's making sure we're taken care of. We can call it what you want to call it. CEO, manager. You know, it don't matter what it's called. The point is, women who really want to feel like they want to be CEO or running something is really because they don't feel like they have that control or that same thing if they're dealing with a man or married to a man who's not able to be who safe.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that point of you feel like that's your not. I'm saying I agree. You feel like you can't have that power in a relationship, so you seek it in the corporate. But I'm saying my point is, but it's only because society have told you to belittle that. Like no man is going around saying don't respect the housewife. Women told women that. Like
nobody told nobody that women are not getting respected at home. It's not a nobody. It's their experience.
That wasn't because you was a housewife. That was because you had a disrespectful husband. Stop bunching into two. We're
finna do that again. Better.
I said because you had. I never said it. On this show. If you watch it, I never agree. I always say it's the man's job to pick. A woman shouldn't have to pick. So that's one. Two. I said in the house, a woman never ever was. A man never said, "Hey, look at her. She listening to say she's so silly." That was a woman saying that to another woman. That's saying, "Girl, you letting that man. That's not a man gossip tool to say a woman looks weak by listening to a man." So that had to be rhetoric from a woman that made her feel inferior till she said, "You're right. I ain't listening to him no more. I don't need him. I could do it by myself." It's a trick. And I ain't trying to be, I don't want to get racist, but it's a trick. Just like most black women get pulled into stuff that don't have nothing to do with us. Like a lot of fights black women jump on that don't have nothing to do with them. Our family dynamic was the most powerful dynamic in the United States. And then black women started hitching themselves to the women's right movement, which was lesbian white women. That had nothing to do with us. That right there pulled us away. Then it started saying, "Come on, girl, you don't have to listen to him." And you start listening to women who had no intention on ever listening to a man at all because they didn't want men. See, that's what killed us. And then now you tricked and brainwashed on saying, "I want to be here." When I know how hard it is to work till 1 o'clock in the morning. I do that. I would hate to see my wife ever have to do that. Hate that. But
do you know how hard it is to wake up at 1 a.m. and the man that you're married to or dating or whatever isn't at home and your kids crying, you can't find him because he had this is like y'all. I think I hear what you're saying, and there's different levels, there's different type of women, there's different type of relationships, but at the end of the day, it all really boils down to women's emotions not being taken care of by the man they're with, and that's from before and now.
I agree that. Now I agree we mishandled, like Chris said. We not perfect. I don't never want to, and I think that none of us gonna say we perfect. As men, we talk to men all the time. We have to be better, 1,000%. So we're not saying we don't. All I'm saying is this: we can't confuse a sorry man with a woman having to leave him to go up the ladder. No, all you got, just leave him, still be your same great woman, and then another man.
It don't work like that.
It do, because you ask us to like that. You ask me to date a hoe, and you ask me to date a hoe, and then come around and treat you like a woman. You ask me to date a woman, and then come around and treat you like a woman. You ask me to date a hoe, and then be emotionally involved.
You're different. You're a man though. So what? The part that I think the part that people are missing. No, listen. I think the part that people are missing is, so I'm gonna make it make sense, right? So women, we lead and we move. Everything is based off emotions, intuition, our feel. That's all we know, right? Men are logical. So our emotions, how we feel, is our money. That's our currency. Your money is your money. So if you marry a lady and she take half your money, y'all divorce, you gonna be a little skeptical about getting married again. So if she with a man and he done took took all her feelings and emotions, she can't think straight, she gonna not be looking for another one again. She gonna be like, you know what, let me figure something else out, because I can't even afford to do that right now. I can't afford that. Not to say it's right or it's wrong, it's just what it is.
But we fine with that. If that's what conclusion you then came to, you gotta get up out of this dating game because you're too loud and you're spoiling it for the rest of us. You've came to that conclusion. You got burnt and you said now you're scared to do it again. Stop talking about men and go be a nomad somewhere. But the people that want to that want to continue to try, the people that want to continue to put in effort, even though they've been hurt, because both sides has been hurt, we're going to stay here and continue to fight. If you gave up, get the fuck out. That's all we saying. That's all we saying. You get shitty dudes coming in, mucking up the dating pool. You get shitty women, or not even shitty women, or women that has given up, coming in and mucking up the dating pool. If you're against men and you don't trust us, go away. Go over there and let us find these women who are willing to still give us a chance and still willing to fight with us. We're not good. We're probably effed up all the 20s, all the 30s, but now we hit 40 and now we're like, okay, well, shoot, I might have to tighten up now. So again, but if you guys get all the people that has given up, take you and the dudes with you and leave. I'm not particularly saying it's you, but what I'm saying is we got to get those people out, because there's a lot of us that wants to continue, that wants to be with each other and not going to bring all that BS into the situation.
I agree. I just think deciphering and figuring out who was that's the problem, because ain't nobody gonna dip and they're not gonna quit. The women who say, you know what, I'm good, I don't want to engage, they'll do that, and then here will come John, because John's still trying to engage or something, and then she's a woman, so she's like, you know what, I did say I wasn't gonna do that, but he's really nice, he's charming, he is a man, I do want a man around. And she tried again, and John was really just playing, and then back to the cycle again, So it's like, we can't say who is gonna be for real and who's not. That's the whole point I'm making. I don't know.
Here's a hack. How about after you get hurt, start posting nothing but positive stuff about men. Start saying nothing but, start highlighting great men, because that's what's going to happen is great men, the men that you want, is going to see this, appreciate this, and they're going to be the one that's inboxing you. Don't get hurt and say, well, I'm done with men. I'm not gonna have a negative disposition about men. Once that man hurt you, because I get it, we do that. We F up. I've effed up like the worst report card ever. But what I'm saying is, once that happened to you, start praising men. Watch what type of men start to inbox you once you start posting positive shit about men, saying how much you believe in men, saying how much you ready to give to a man instead of what a man can give to you, or I'm gonna wait until a man do all this for me. Tell the world how much you want to give to a man, and watch you attract that man that you actually looking for. That's just what I think. It may be wishful thinking, but that is what I think.
No, I agree. I'm into the positive speaking, and I agree with all of that. It's not gonna bring just one, though. It's gonna bring a whole bunch of them now.
Yeah,
like, now we the bad guy. Like, she got all these men and she don't know it. Like, they all good. Now
here's another hat. Here's another hat. Pick for yourself. Go find him yourself. Go holler at him yourself. Because what we got to do is we just got to holler and take a chance, because she could be bad, she could be good, but we got to continue to take a chance. We just cannot give up. It's impossible for us to give up, because it's not universal that women is going to come and approach us and holler at us. But if you dead set on that, you do your research and you holler at that man. Private eye on his Instagram page or his Facebook or his social media network. See what type of father he is. See what type of family man he is, and go attack that man, because he tends to be the man that you might want. You don't know for sure, but he tends to be. He appears to be the man that you might want. I think you may still get burnt, but I think you get a better chance on picking who you want, doing the research, and going that route.
So is the saying that they be like, women shouldn't chase men? That's not like a real thing.
Look, I'm pretty sure you got to ask yourself, when was that said? Because it wasn't said in 2021. This year is 2022. If you're having issues, I think you should pick who you want to be with, because that's the best way to get the best results that you're looking for. It makes no sense to want a certain type of guy but wait until any bum come up to you. That doesn't make sense. Go find them yourself. Especially if you think that's easy, because it's not. It's absolutely not finding the perfect mate. It's not. But if you think it's that easy, go do it. Go see how it feels. They have to just go and holler at somebody and hope that this is going to work, instead of just waiting for some bum to holler at you at public in aisle 9.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, before we go into a 3-hour show, let me go ahead and play the clip. We posted a clip last week. That was one of our reels, and you, Gerard, was in our comments, and I thought that the feedback was interesting. It actually got a few comments from both sides of the ball that had people feeling away. So I invited you on because of your comment, and I can't remember what your comment was.
What did I say?
She said that men need to be men, and we need to stop playing. And she feel that we are just as bad as the woman that makes the 90-day rule. Oh, she went off.
What did I say? Right, remind
Real
me.
bad.
I be saying stuff.
Let me play the clip.
Okay.
Listen, this is another confession. 30-year-old me, I remember dating somebody who gave me the runaround. I'm like, damn, like it is what it is, right? We went out a few times, and I was like, I didn't really invested some time, and they gave me the runaround. Then I started kind of analyzing, were they even worth it? And you know what happened? By the time they came around, I cashed out, and then I was straight. Oh yeah, I stuck around enough to hit, but then I'm like, I ain't going through all that shit up. Nah. So yeah, dude will kick in and be like, let me just play the game until I at least get it. Now I'm out. Because you done wasted all my time playing games. So yeah.
Never know nobody's intentions. You never know my intentions unless you give me a real playing field to show you who I am with no games being played. Like once a man see that it's nothing beats the cross but the double cross. So once I think that you're trying to put me in the spin cycle, oh, you best believe we're gonna second rinse that bit so we can cycle again. And I'm okay with that until I come out clean. And I keep telling people that, like, you can't make a man, you can't trick a man into thinking that you're highly. If you can't sit down with him and he see the star that you are, waiting 3 weeks not gonna show him. Waiting 90 days not gonna show him. You dead.
And Javara says at Javara_TV, at what age do men be men and just leave instead of sticking around to play the game with her? I think any man who does that is just as weird and immature as the lady counting to 90 like it's a magic number. That's what she said.
That's what I said.
That's what she said.
Okay, so just based off that clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I like her. She playing. She got me on a waiting game. Once I find out I'm in circulation, I'm going to stick around as long as I can to get what I want, and I'm going to be out, right? And I'm just like, that's why girls we don't know that it's a game to him, but we think it could be a game to him. So it's like, just in case it is, let's just wait it out. I don't want to, maybe he'll wean himself out the system or something. But then there's those ones, like you said, who's going to stick around just to do that. And it's ain't no winning because you are in circulation. If I met you today, you think I didn't meet somebody else yesterday or last week or last month, that I can't just be like, you know what? I like you. You know, I'm going to do it to you this week. And then I meet somebody else next week and say the same. No, everybody in line, and whoever stick, and I feel like that's who I want to give it to is who's gonna get it. But like, why are we playing him? I'm not counting a 90. Like, I'm gonna wait 90 days for him. It's like, no, nigga, I got 5 niggas on my phone. I don't know who is right yet, and I'm gonna see who makes sense, and they're gonna wean themselves out. And then that one that stick around just happen to be the one that stick around and be playing the game. I don't know. I don't like it.
Can I say this before we start off? First off, you got 5, I got 10. You got 5, I got 10.
5 was being nice, right? Right.
Game on. See.
But why are we playing? Why are we playing?
You unknowingly selling us that you're playing the game. See, you don't want to admit it's a game, but you guys are presenting the game. Because see, I'm coming to you humble, like, hey, I'm trying to get at you. Instead of us getting together and having a chat, you present all these hurdles. I'm here. I'm spending time. I'm spending my money. I'm giving time. I'm sharing conversation. But you know, like you said, you got your 5, and then you already in my mind, oh, I'm gonna stall them out on the 90 days and all that. Which I've said on the show. If my rotation's strong, I'll just be somewhere else for 90 days, and then 91, I'm gonna check out. Because really, when somebody tell me that 90-day stuff, I kind of be like, I'm done. Because your mind.
Heard that before? Like somebody actually said that to you?
Yes, we've had guests on the show said, I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, you're getting that advice from somebody. That doesn't work. That's not going to work in this society. Y'all don't have the power no more. The demand is on our side. It's like, so when somebody say that 90-day rule, or they tell you all the stuff you got to go through to get with them, once I'm talking to you, I'm out, because you're not intentional. You playing games, and you're going to waste my time. So if I've invested time, oh yeah, I'm going to cash out. I definitely, and I've been saying, you should be able to hear a man be transparent enough to say, listen, I was here in the moment, you wasn't. So you can't say it's games when y'all presented to get the board to play on. So that's just my take on it. Mario.
Well, that was coming from the premise of it makes no sense to have a 90-day rule, because if you get somebody who's willing to play the long game, then only the women, like you said, quote you, women are emotional. Women going to get wrapped up in their feelings. So the longer we spend time together, the more you're going to get involved. So I don't understand why women preach a 90-day rule when it draws you into me more. Like, you lose.
The sooner I give you what I got, I can talk to you for a year and not be wrapped up in you at all. But on day 1, day 2,
that's not emotional.
Then we wrapped up.
But I mean that women not emotional then. Because right now you get a connection by spending time, by going out on dates. Like, all that stuff right there build connection. So for 90 days, if me and you talk on the phone all the time, we check in on each other all the time, we go on dates all the time, I tell you about the highs and lows in my life all the time, you're going to get connected to me. So now in 90 days, if I've been talking to Lisa, Jaleesa, and Susan, and still getting sexually fulfilled from them, and then you been like, yeah, girl, I ain't gonna lie, this one different. See, he ain't playing no games. We talk every other morning. We go on all the dates. He ain't even tried. You lost. I'm just saying, best off of what women tell me, that they emotional and they go by their feelings and their hearts. Then why would you waste 90 days of your life getting attached to a guy who could be possibly playing the game with you? Like, that doesn't help you. That hurts you. Because right now, if you have sex with me the first week, you can be like, yeah, he tried me. But at the end of the day, without discretion, unless he just go blabbing his mouth, you just mad. But you don't have no actual hurt or tie to him.
No, that's the emotion that I'm referring to is attached to the coochie. The vagina, whatever the terms were used here, it's attached to that, right? We're emotional by nature with little animals and kids and people. Like, we care and we will go by that. But once sex heightens the emotion, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, we can talk and get to know each other, and I can like you for a while, but it changes once sex is involved. That's why you saying from day 1, if she do it and get out the way, it's cool. It ain't lost nothing. But like, no. She really lost if she gave it up on day 1. She feel like she's not getting what she wants.
I'm gonna say this and let Chris go. If I have sex with you the first night, it's no matter what you say. Listen to what I'm gonna say. If I have sex with you the first night, it was attraction and lust. In 90 days, me and you have grown together. We're gonna make love damn near in 90 days. So now when we have sex, it's intimate on a whole nother level. That's a whole. But if I'm playing a game at that point,
we don't know you're playing a game at that point. That's what I'm saying. That's where the confusion comes in. So for her, whoever's saying 90 days,
right? That's what I'm saying.
But whoever's saying that, the waiting game, whatever they're waiting for, they're waiting that time out because they first want to see how we are. Do we have a connection? And then once a connection is made, and then when we have sex in their head, that means we're going to be together. 90 days, I waited. I like you.
And I'm saying it hurt more when you think you're going to be with a man and he walk away. Then when you feel like he just got me for some coochie and then called one night. That has to hurt worse when you say, I thought I was gonna be with him. You start making plans in your head, and after 90 days, that has to hurt worse than this nigga. I shouldn't have gave him some coochie, a loser, on the first night. That has to hurt worse 90 days later when you don't tell all your homegirls, you don't mention him to your mama.
It don't hurt worse. It don't hurt worse because in that time period, you really ain't lost because he done did this, and this. He's invested in her. He's invested in her in that time because he's.
But money ain't no thing. See, that's what I'm saying. I keep telling y'all, like right now,
it ain't about you. It's not about you. That's what I think. That's the part we missing. It's not about you. It's
you
about
said
her.
I lost. You said he lost. He invested this, and this.
That's what I'm using your word.
She and I'm saying that's not an investment. Like that's not an investment to me. Until like a man loses worse when he hurt. To a man, we gonna get some money. So no matter, I'm saying every person in my life always told me pay for a woman date. I never heard a person didn't tell me that. So I expect that. So you telling me I bought you a steak? Who gives a damn? I knew that all my life. I'm telling my 2-year-old, you're gonna have to do that. So I came into the dating scene knowing I'm going to have to pay and do and give a woman more than she ever give me in front. Every man knows that. So what did I lose? I've been trained for this. I've trained to go through this war all my life. But a woman is told, if you wait out, you'll win, because most men not patient. Most men are not patient. Most men play the short game. So that's what I'm saying. We're playing the root of the thumbs. So women are told, you play the long game, you weighing out the horny, the good for nothing dudes, and then the dude that stay around the longest, that's the one. And I'm saying that old ass remedy don't work no more. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is we're not out to hurt y'all. There are women who use men, who specific target men, like I can get this out of him, I can get that out of him, and they do that for fun, right? Then there's women who the goal ain't to take from you, it's not to hurt you, it's really to make sure I'm okay. And so if I have to wait 90 days or 6 months or know you for a year before I give up, it's okay. It's not about you at all. It's about let me learn you, let me get to know you before I invest what I have into you. And so if I haven't gave you nothing that I feel like I'm at a loss, just like you feel like giving girls money and paying for food, or that's normal. Women feel like cooking you a meal, calling, checking in on your date, that's normal, that's okay. But if whatever you feel like is over your threshold, and whatever she feel like over her threshold that she wouldn't just do for anybody, and she does that, like if she ain't just sleeping around and she give you something because she trusted you and then she's at a loss, whether it's the first day or a year from now. And if you feel like you meet somebody, you know what? I've invested into your business. It ain't dinner no more. It ain't I'm paying for your hair. I invested into your lifestyle, and you was playing me the whole time. You're gonna feel a different way about it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And I'm saying, do you think that most women, and I'm gonna let Chris go, so do you honestly think that most women, now this is because I'm asking a question to a woman, do you honestly think that women wait, like they're that attached to having sex? Because I hear from me, just maybe I'm looking at the wrong channels and I'm following the wrong people on social media, that women tell me that it's my body, I can do what I want and I don't care, and I can go sleep with a man and that's what I want to do, and if I do it, I should be the same kind of woman. Don't judge me because that's what I like to do, and that don't mean I'm a hoe. That don't mean this. I don't have no attachment. Women can have sex just like men. I hear that rhetoric, and I just want to know, because I'm not a woman, so I could just, all men can do is sit back and listen to women and make a judgment. So I hear that a lot. Like I hear women always saying that's how they feel. So sex doesn't matter that much, then I don't understand how you lose.
I think for those women, everybody ain't the same. There's not a one.
No, we're talking in general.
I can just speak for me in that sense. There's a lot of women who are
women all night.
Yeah, but that's different though, because when it comes, I don't know, my sex life is different than a lot of like my friends, family. So I really don't know how that logic works. I do know a lot of women who don't have an attachment to sex like that, who kind of move like guys do, and even those same women though still gonna get attached. So they gonna say that, and they still gonna be somewhere stalking his house.
That's what I'm talking
figure
about.
Out where he at. So they be
that's
lying.
What I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about right there. Then. That's all I'm talking about. Every time you trying to play, that's my point. Anytime you're trying to play a game, why don't you just sit down and both people have good? That was my whole premise. Both people have good intentions. Let's meet each other on an open playing field, saying, "I'm not trying to get you. You're not trying to get me. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna withhold money to see if you're a gold digger. You don't withhold sex. Let's honestly try to make a connection. And if it's the first night, the second night, the third night, I've seen something in Reddit say most people who are married had sex with their partners in the first week. But nobody talks about that because it's more cliche to say, I made him wait, girl, and lie. Because it's like some kind of honor that you made him wait. No, you're married. You know, I talk to a lot of married men, and everybody on the show know that. And we might not talk about it on the public, but as I talk to married women, a lot of married men didn't wait no 90 days, and they married.
Not close.
So that's what I'm like. So why do women keep believing that 90-day bullshit when I know most married men, good, bad, or ugly, did not wait 90 days?
I don't know why they believe it. I think Chris got something. They believe it because it came from a man. I never heard on 90 Days Before Steve Harvey came out with that movie in that book. So they gonna believe it because you know what, he said it, and I want to make them listen to him.
Nah, he didn't say it. He reinstated that. That shit was going around when I was a kid.
Never heard it. Well, I wasn't a kid when it was out. I was grown when I heard it from Steve Harvey.
No, he made it mainstream.
I think it's a superiority complex, man. I think it's trying to leverage power. It's trying to assert your power, man. You know what I'm saying? You're saying you're not in it to hurt men, but you know the importance of sex to men. You know what men are doing when they're being nice, when they're taking you out. You know what they're doing it for. You
no, we think that y'all like us. What?
We do, but we are connected. But our like is connected to our sexual desires. You know what I'm saying? Those two things are connected. They're not disconnected. You know what I'm saying? So I think that you're trying to. I think when women do that, they're trying to assert power. They're trying to assert leverage, and I think that once you do that, then you open it up to a game. You open it up to a challenge. Men are competitive by nature. We the one that plays sports. We the one that does these things for the most part. So once you open it up to competition or a game of any sort, we're gonna play. And if any game, first of all, in sports, we're taught you play to win the game. That's what we're taught. Now, me personally, I'm not even doing it. I don't have 90 days to give you. My time is way more precious than that. I would rather spend my time with women that don't want me to wait 90 days. It's more that I enjoy women like that more because the same characteristics in your 90 days or month or whatever the case may be, I can find that same characteristic and those same qualities in a woman that they give it to me in less than a week. Those are transferable skills. Those are transferable characteristics. I don't have to think that it just comes with women that wait. And that's what I've learned. And that you only learn that from dealing with multiple women. You start to see that, wait a minute, hold on now. There's no look. There's no certain type that waiting list. You just got to try and see that this woman may be the same as that woman, yet she make you wait over a week. Zay, you've been quiet, man. Talk to us, Zay. This is the ladies' man. I would like to introduce you to the ladies' man, and he got something to say.
No, I don't really have a whole lot to say. I think that the women that make you wait. You shut the hell up, God. You've been quiet all goddamn show long. As soon as I talk, you
there's a goddamn runaway train right here.
Up, goddamn it. But anyhow, as I was saying, the women that's talking all this 90-day talk, I think that box is trash. Now that's the fuck is you waiting for? And we are all grown, right? And what my guys are saying is some really good stuff. The minute a guy feels like you're making him wait, it's over for women. I don't care if she tells him that in the beginning or if he picks up on it. You're dead meat. I promise you. I know you have good intentions when you say that, so just say that. But I say this all the time. Have the conversation. This is the direction that I want to move. See if he on that type of time. He may eject himself. But again, like Chris said, it's a move for power. So what do? Oh, I'm going to make him wait. All right, game on. And it's not that he's intentionally trying to play the game, but he feels played. So I got to play back. Nobody I know is coming to lose. So they're going to do that. But I think what a lot of women miss is that they actually lose out more than they actually gain. Just get to know the person. I'm not telling you what to do with your body or your box at all. get to know the person. Don't put them type of stipulations down. If y'all get to that point and y'all feeling groovy and y'all are two consenting adults and that's what y'all choose to do it. But try to stay away from doing, I guess, I don't even know the word for that, but having stipulations, I guess, to get your box. Because we'll check off every stipulation, get your box, and hit the parachute as we leave. So that doesn't mean that you know that it'll keep it. But I think more so versus focusing on the problem, let's work on the solution. If that's the direction, like I said, that you guys are trying to go, then have at it. And you know, anything else other than that is utter nonsense. I just like to hear the different rhetorics that come out. But at the end of the day, listen, you're a human being. You like horizontal poking. All of us do. You know, you just got to, like you said, figure out, because for women, that box is a treasure. Figure out who it is that you want to get with and pray to God, because you should be praying anyway, that is the right person. And hopefully that person is praying and y'all make it to where y'all need to be. That's marriage. If not, it is what it is. And ain't nothing wrong with you tried something and you failed. Okay, you know what you don't like. You understand what I'm saying? And then just work towards it. Maybe you won't fall for that same thing again. And I'm not saying just go and willy-nilly give your box away. But leave yourself.
Chris, like, throw it out there.
I'm just saying your box is no more valuable than mine. Your box is no more valuable than mine. Stop putting your value over me. We supposed to be equal, right? Stop putting your value over me.
We are not supposed to
giving me nothing. We are experiencing each other.
We're not.
This is an exchange.
We're not equal.
Let me say close out.
Men are not women, brother, and women are not men. We're not.
In the box,
in our box, that, but genitals are genitals.
It's more valuable to you because that's where the value is. Like, if she ain't giving you that, the value ain't there. If she's not gonna give it to you at all, it's not there. So the value is in that.
The value is
act like it's not, but it is.
Initially, yes. But what happens?
Initially and forevermore, because once
what happens when I've gotten it though? Initially, yes, I have to put the deposit down.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I get that. I get that part. That's just how it works. But what happens after I get it? Now, where's the value set?
I got a question before we go to do you think the goal for women in this 2022 age is to still get married? Do you think that's honestly a goal for as a black woman who's seen, like, you know, you definitely articulate, and I see, you know, before Horace brought you on, I did some research myself, and you do have a lot to say, but a lot of it's good. You know what I'm saying? So do you honestly think in your group of friends, it don't have to be just you, do you think that's actually a want, or do women look at that as a goal?
It's a desire for sure.
Yeah.
It's a desire. It's one of those things is like, you know, I wish I had a Lamborghini. If I work really hard and God blesses me, I might get a Lamborghini, but you know, I don't really know if it's realistic or not. You know,
that makes sense.
Question for you, because you said the desire. Do you think that they're actually working toward that though? Honestly, because a lot of people do say it, and that's my reason for asking that question. And again, you can ask for yourself or for, you know, the women in your coterie or whatever. But do you actually think that they're working toward it? And if you think so, how do you think some of like today's rhetoric that they may use is helping or hurting them?
I think a lot of women don't know how to work toward it, right? It's like, I feel like for me personally, I'm only working toward it if it's somebody specific that I'm working toward it for. But just overall, like I'm not waking up in the morning like, okay, what can I do to make sure I'm gonna be a good wife? No, but if I had, like, when there's somebody in my life, it's like, okay, then make sure, is this okay? We're working on this on purpose together. But yeah, like, no, it ain't like how you. But some women, you know, they are praying and doing the whole thing and whatever it is to make sure they're wife ready. So it depends.
Right. So I respect that answer. That's what I was asking, because we, you know, try to make sure.
This guy.
What? Goddamn, what? Goddamn, bro. We be trying to give women. I'm just saying.
That answer, dog. She's not going to accept any man that does not display initially, and especially in the first period of dating or even relationship wise, men that exhibit husband skills. She's saying, I'm not even going to start doing wifey things or exhibiting wifey skills until you have shown me husband skills. What sense does that make? The only reason why I got you, the only reason why you want to be in a relationship or married to me is because I displayed those skills initially. I made the deposit initially. How about you do the same thing that I'm doing that make me want to marry you? Because what happens is,
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's like you want somebody to be a husband before you're or display husband skills before you're actually displaying wife skills. That doesn't make sense.
But but it makes sense for me to not have a 90-day rule with you, right?
Okay.
It makes sense for me to not have a 90-day rule because that's what you want and you need to test it out. You need to know, but it don't make sense for a woman to make sure he presents husband skills before she acting like a wife.
Look, I'm on the team that say I'm not even wasting my time, or your time if you have a 90-day rule. I'm not waiting out. I'm not waiting it out. I'm not trying to wait to 90 days.
I mean, I'm just throwing it out. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, but yeah, you got to present something first. What even makes a man think he should be able to approach a woman without presenting? What's the offer, bro? Don't come over
we
here.
have this weird thought that we are equally human as you, that we have equal value as you. I'm sorry, it's crazy, but we think we have equal value. We should be appreciated in the same way that you are appreciated. And if you want this type of treatment, she just said no. We're
not the same because it's not true. You're valuable. I'm not saying that men aren't valuable. No, men are very valuable, but it's not the same. We don't have the same thing. And then and the fact that men are typically the pursuers, I'm not gonna go into Nordstrom and ask them to give me something. No, I'm gonna go into Nordstrom. I'm gonna look and see what I want, and they're gonna be like, "Well, this costs this much." I'm gonna pull out my card. I'm gonna purchase it. It's the same thing. If a woman, and all women don't want money. She might just want a certain amount of time from you. She might want this type of attention. She might want a certain dollar amount. But if you can't get it, it's okay. Move on. But don't act like she got to change her way of thinking or her price because you feel like as a man, y'all just like, no, we're not equal. We got different value systems and we're going to try to match and meet in the middle. But just know, coming up, at least over here, you got to come with an offer because just like I ain't the only one who you think gonna wait 90 days, you got somebody else who's gonna do it in 2 days. There's somebody else that's gonna come and pay the bills tomorrow. He just met me yesterday. Just cause that's what he got to do. He got time, he got the money to do it, and he ain't tripping, whether we do it or not. And it's like, yeah, but I don't know. It's just how it is. That's where we're at in 2022. It's real life. I didn't make the rules, guys. I didn't make it.
I agree with you 1,000%. That's why I asked it. I agree with you 1,000%. The only caveat to that is that it's still not enough women asking men to marry them to push the ball in your court.
Wait. Start over.
Yeah. That's a great remedy. And I understand where you're going. But at the end of the day, if the goal is marriage, it's still not enough women saying, forget that. I ask him. See, that's when the power shift. Right. So long as you have to be asked, you're still at the mercy of a man. Long as you are requiring a man to ask, you're still at the mercy of the man. So then if you're at the mercy of a man, it leads to Chris saying that you have to show me who to pick from because I'm the picker. Mm-hmm. So the picker, the picky, you can't say, I'm going to just stand here. Well, you won't be on the team. Like the coach always has more power than the players. Mm-hmm. It's not fair, but that's just the way it is. Now, when the players say we a player-ran league, well, then the coach got to sit back a little bit more. But that's good theory. But and I agree with you. That's how women is. That's how it is in 2022. I'm agreeing with you 100%. And that's
most women think they LeBron on the team. Though there are some LeBrons out here. Most of us think that we LeBron. So it's like, yeah, coach, you can pick, but understand I can get traded. Somebody else gonna pick me up easy because I'm that good. That's how women feel about themselves.
I agree. And then next thing you know, but they not, and they end up being Kevin Durant looking for a team. A great ass player that's looking for a team. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? And I see that sad because that's the thing. Because at the end of the day, we want black family. That's what we want. We want us together. But if you don't understand that, I have to still ask you, no matter what kind of game you play, you can't make me get on my knee. Unless you're gonna say, well, I don't need a man to get on, because one thing I don't hear that being preached, like I don't need a man to get on his knee. Now, when that start happening, then you're right. Who run the world? Girl. But as long as you want to you have to be submissive enough to say yes when a man asks you. And I
believe me, that's where I came in. Now y'all talking about women being submissive, like they don't want to be. It's like, trust me, the man that come in with the offer through the gate, he come in, he's not asking for nothing. He's coming in and presenting what he has to offer. She submit him through the gate.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
That's
turn
not
down.
true. That's not true.
Yeah.
Unless you just don't like him. That's the case. Sometimes we just don't like you, right? But if she likes him and he's coming through offering, there's nothing he's not going to get from her.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I think once a woman do believe in you, she don't mind submitting to you. I think a lot of time what a man is, you gotta really listen to what Chris saying and say, if you have to force her to trust in you, leave. Because you fighting a dead horse, because that's the battle. If she don't trust you like the lead, then no matter what you do, it's never gonna be good enough. So I'm agreeing with that on that right there, because once she trusts you to lead, you can tell her to walk into a fire with gasoline dry, and she'll do it because she trusts you. But you can tell her to step into a boat when it's been a flood, if she don't trust you, she'll drown. So I think it's the same. Like, she has to trust you. And I think a lot of times men get wrapped up in women they want, and not the women that actually believe in them. Believe it, because a woman got to let you lead. You can't force her to follow you. She got to let you lead, and I just really believe it. And I think a lot of men forcing women to follow. But if you pick the woman that wants to follow you, that openly wants to follow, then a lot of your arguments don't have to happen.
I just don't know how you ended up in a relationship and or marriage with someone that you don't trust. The fact that he was able to get you should display his leadership. Should display that he has his decision making. He was able to get you.
But it's the same thing she said. The
he
same
probably
way
had the money,
when
Chris.
you end up in a Honda when you wanted a Lamborghini. You still just wanted to ride.
Well,
you wanted a Lamborghini, but you were like, you know what? Fuck it. I guess I got this a car to get me back and forth, because I don't really see me getting that Lamborghini, and I ain't gonna keep saving money until I'm 80. So know what I'm gonna do? And keep walking. I'm gonna just say fuck it and get this nice Lexus 2001, and then shit tint that business. I'm gonna be riding. It ain't the Lamborghini, and I think people do that in life so much, and it's sad because I still see women who 50 years old. Like I seen somebody say like, I don't have time to wait. What else you got time for? You been waiting all your life.
You want that? You want that damn Lamborghini?
You ain't 10. You ain't 10. You ain't 20. You 50. You 40. So what else you got time for? So okay. So what happened is? So what happened if you don't got time to wait? What you got time for? Because you can't make a man marry you tomorrow. So what you got time for? So you ain't playing no games. You ain't taking no crap. You ain't doing this. You're gonna be saying the same thing 10 years from now. I ain't taking no games. I ain't doing this. And then 10 years from now, the next thing you know, on obituary, that was sister so-and-so. You going to church. Then you start going to church and all the other stuff, doing out the week 6 times a week to keep you busy, because you don't have no man. You come to all your nieces and nephews and tell all them what to do, and all their grandchildren, because you ain't got none. It's the same thing. You got to understand that someday you never want to die alone. That's a fear.
Thank you. Well, listen, I'd be damned if I'm doing a 2-hour show tonight. That is just the honest truth. I will not do it.
I enjoy her. I'm gonna give you.
I do too. You brought it on. I appreciate it.
You kind of kicking me off already, talking about him. Okay.
And you went positive. And you stayed positive the whole.
Tomorrow, I
see who won't be getting a second date.
I run a tight ship.
iPhone, man.
I run a tight ship over here. We are professionals. So listen, tonight there's a lot going on. I have to facilitate that, and there's a lot. This last topic should have been a show by itself.
Right.
So my mistake.
Amen.
That one could probably go an hour and a half by itself.
Can we end this really quick then? I'm gonna say something. So like how you jumped in and like, you know what, I'm not doing 2 hours, right? Now imagine how we met on the street, and then I gave you some on day one because we had a connection, and then you bring me over with your friends, and you got 3 other friends over here. I'd have gave you some. Your friends are like, well, we're gonna hang out still, but I don't went with you already. And your friend, we could have had a better time, but I already gave you my time. Now I can't get the same kind of attention to one of your friends. That's how dating is for women. Like
shit happens all the time, B.
This happens all the time. Didn't you say that we are not equal?
We don't preach nonsense around here.
Go right ahead, bro. Yeah, that was a time that you have us both.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Got a time.
And if he denied it, all you had to do is just sing like a bird, and he would be there. It'll be you and the other 3 friends.
Can I ask one more question before we go
Yeah,
there?
do your
Really
thing.
quick? Okay, so, and this is going to be really left field, all right? Don't hold me, don't judge me for it, but it's a real thought I've had over the last few years. Would y'all be down to, like, if you had a girl and she wanted to have, like, I don't know if y'all be married, or basically she want 2 boyfriends or 2 husbands or 2 men in her life for sure, and you one of them.
Polyandry.
Like that sound.
Not really poly. It's like I ain't gotta like be together, but like she's with you when she with you, and then she with him when she with him, and like don't want no problems about it.
I can't.
A lot of guys live that life right now.
Listen,
Yeah, what's the difference?
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
guys live that life right now.
Can I say? Listen, I can't fathom a woman making such a decision. You got me, and you diggling with another diggler. Nah, it makes no sense to me. My arrogance is that, like, I get it. You might be on the side with your side, but nah, I can't see that.
Not openly, like okay with it. Like
How could you? How could you? In my arrogance, you got me, and you over here with Antonio. Foolishness. It makes no sense to me.
Leave Antonio
Openly-
out of this. He did nothing.
Openly? No way.
I don't think the world meant for that. If that was the case, then it'd be more men than women.
Give it a key analogy. Give it a key analogy with the key in the master lock.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
You know that?
One of y'all spit that key. Listen.
Oh,
A key that opens many locks is a master key. A
But-
lock that
Shitty lock.
takes any key is a shitty lock.
Understand that.
Yeah,
Understand
think
that.
about it.
If you have a lock and any key can open it, that's a shitty lock.
Mm.
But a key that can open any key, that's a master lock. A master.
So who got the master key?
Shit, look
I
at
don't know.
Hold on now.
I ain't got
The
no,
boy married.
I ain't got no key.
You hush,
Mark,
Hardy. You
can I say
married.
this?
I ain't got no key. Nobody say.
Mark, can I give you a cheat code for your ladies? One, I say this all the time. 3 things. Jay said something. You don't be that clever all the time, but he said, once we know how you acting back there, you playing the game with the cooler. Oh yeah, it's on after that. 2, I don't care what you do. You're not going to know what my agenda is until you give it to me. So you can do all that right in the world until I hit. You're not gonna know what my true agenda is, or what I'm after. Because when we young, chicks come like buses. Next 15, one coming. That's a younger version. So it's a dime a dozen. But 3, Chris up top said something I never forgot. He said, and we have to recognize it as men and women. For you to get me to open up emotionally, a woman has to love me physically first. For me to get that woman, if she's a woman, to open up physically, I have to go to her emotionally first. I think I said that right. And most of the time we don't do kind of recognize that is true.
That's true. And ladies, tip for y'all, if y'all out there listening, this is my philosophy. Know what you want. At different stages, we at different stages in our life, throughout life. When my kids are younger, I need different things from a man. When they're older, I need different things. My kids gonna be out of home. I'm gonna need something different from a man that I'm involved with. Just know what you want, because I'm not moving, period, if it ain't what I want at this time. And it could be something little. It could be something really little, and it's not complicated for you to do. But if the guy you with ain't supplying it,
go get double penetration.
And then
it's not double penetration. That is not my
Damn it, Chris.
But
Man.
understanding that you that Lamborghini lot, you understand that the lot is full with cars. So if you go to a Lamborghini lot and it's 1,000 Lamborghinis, then you being a Lamborghini don't make you that valuable.
Yeah.
Understand that so every woman is a bad bitch. Every woman is a queen. Every woman is the top of the screen. So if you go to a lot, a Lamborghini shines on a Honda lot. But if you go to a Lamborghini dealership, being a Lamborghini ain't that important. So understand, a lot of women always feel like they the only Lamborghini, but understand, this world is turning into a Lamborghini dealership.
You ain't lying.
There's so many bad women, it don't make no sense. It's amazing. I stand in Atlanta. It's amazing. To the top of the top of the top. Women from the baddest women from all over the world move here to just stay in one car lot and complain about ain't nobody.
That's just
when
it.
nobody can afford it. It's all the Lamborghinis in the world go to one car lot and say, nobody won't buy us. Nobody can afford
That's
it.
it.
Go to another lot, put your Lamborghini on it.
Go
Horse
for it.
lot.
Yeah, for real. Because it's a lot of buyers that it's not at that low. So sometimes you got to ship them cars around the world. And I tell that with women too. A lot of women pile up with their friends, and it's like 40 of y'all going to the same places, or 10 of y'all. And so how you going? But it's only probably 3 eligible men in there that y'all all want. So now it's 10 of y'all at the table together, laughing and joking, and it's 3 dudes in here, and all y'all want them. You killing
Oh,
yourself.
but he don't. But he'll know who he wants. That's easy.
Yeah, all of them. I haven't met a man that didn't love a buffet yet. I promise you. So y'all gotta stop fighting us when we trying to give y'all this male knowledge. We're not telling you this to belittle you or make you do anything. We're just trying to, give you some game so that when you go out there, you give yourself a better chance. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? We're not telling
what
you
you
doing
said
anything.
happens so much. What you said earlier happens so much.
Which one?
That if you go to that table of 10, most likely the wrong 2 people gonna hook up first.
Facts.
That happens. You know why? Because a man
90.
walking to the table saying, "Shit, I don't care who I get.
Okay.
All of them bad."
They were
Yeah.
All 10 of the women saying exactly what you're saying. Oh, he knows what he wants. So
But he really don't.
We don't.
Y'all
No,
on
you
2
don't.
different mind states. So you need to get to the table with 2 Buicks and a Scoop, and then you for sure know.
He know what he wants.
Shit.
Makes sense.
I'm telling you. Listen, man, I spend a lot of time around this world too, and with groups of dudes. And we understand how to divide and conquer, but we don't bring the tables like, bro. When I'm with these dudes, when I used to be single, you go to a table full of nice, beautiful. Why do I care? all y'all look nice. All y'all look nice. All y'all seem happy. All y'all got attitude. The only thing that can kill you is a bad attitude.
Big time.
And some dudes don't care about attitude. So
and that's what y'all got to be careful for, because he ain't staying. You gonna turn up one time too many, and he gonna turn this mother out and be gone.
Just like that.
Just trying to tell y'all, just like that. It's easy too, because
But
as
you
you
didn't
get
tell all
older,
your
one thing my
homegirls
boy
you
just
got,
told us.
We got 2
Well, I'm gonna say one thing. God damn it. Go ahead.
Can y'all tell me how to get a guy I like then?
Okay.
So if I like a guy,
Hold on. This
Well, I love it. See, I like this conversation.
See, look, now
Men don't like train action.
Hold on. How you gonna come to a
Jesus.
show where it's only one married man and say, can you get a guy you like after all this game these fine gentlemen done gave you? They done sat here, done been intellectual, they done been well groomed, respectful, they all dads, and they got one thing for sure is they do what they say because they here every Monday at 9:00. So how you gonna sit at a lot full of Lamborghinis and say, you know how I could buy a Lamborghini? Huh? You right in the midst of them. You walking to the table right now. Pick them. Shit.
I would never. I would never do that though. That's what I'm saying.
That's how you. Well, make yourself available.
I'm gonna be honest to you. Yeah, just be yourself. Stop repeating the same rhetoric that most women say. Guys are tired of hearing it. It's probably why a lot of women are saying it.
What they be saying?
A lot of goofy stuff that they hear online. Like I said, if you're into a guy because you seem like a young lady who has her head on, right, and you know what you want, like you said. And I just met you tonight, so I'm just going off of what you gave me. And you get out here in this dating world, and I think that you sound intelligent to me. When you're dealing with guys, even though you're gonna tell me guys lie and all this other stuff, you got this intuition. You know if something's off. If it's off, say it and just say, I don't know. That forces a man to prove himself versus coming in going, oh, you got to do this, you got to do that. Because it's a lot of pretenders. We know them. That's why we saying that. They gonna pretend to do all that stuff, get exactly what you cover or what you saying is your treasure, and then be out. And I can't stress that enough because that's exactly what the hell is gonna happen. However, if you go in there and you keep it a buck, one thing he'll be like is real. And one thing I know about most guys, good, upstanding guys, if you keeping it real, they're like, damn, you know what? Shawty real when I can't do her like that. And try and see what's going on. Not saying that you can't get played or anything like that, but something Chris said, you got to be able to give it if you want to receive it. You want love, be able to give it first without knowing if it's gonna come back, because that's not on you. It's only on you to do what you said. And if they don't do what they said, then that's on them. And it says a whole lot about who that man says he is versus, oh, I told him this and I told him that, and he had to get away from me. Well, you might have ran away your Lamborghini, is I guess all I'm saying. But
So now back to this guy. So what do you? So now right now you're saying you want to? How do you get a man? So what's your criteria? Like, what's your credit score as a woman? Okay, how old are you? How many kids you got? What do you do?
We're not gonna do the Kevin. We're not doing Kevin shaming. Not with me at least.
Hi. I didn't say. I'm not gonna say.
No.
Get out of here.
I don't like it.
Some of the questions
I said, what do you like? Come right now. I'm saying this. You can say, I'm this, and I like this kind of man. This is that's what I'm saying. Not what do you do? Not what do you have to offer? I am not asking what you bring to the table. I'm just asking, what do you like? Tell us a little more about you, so the Lamborghinis who revving up their engines can see. You know what I'm saying? Can they get
okay? So
I like DP.
I got 10%. My phone might die. I'm gonna get it out. In a nutshell, I'm in my 30s. You can guess the age. I ain't even gonna say the number because it don't matter. I have 2 children. They're teenagers, so they're actually gonna be out the house here in a couple of years. I didn't have time to really do the whole dating thing. I dated, but my focus was making sure my kids are straight. So I met a man. It only was, is he gonna be good for my kids? And it's like I ain't had time to figure it out. But now it's like they're gonna be at the house, and I got a whole Stella. I'm gonna be Stella out here. So just like I'm fresh. I'm gonna be fresh again. I'm a freshman. I've still got it together.
Okay.
I'm just starting over. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it the right way.
So you're gonna have a lot of people go, because there's a lot of eligible bachelors watch this show. So what I'm trying to do right now is, what you don't understand, sometimes when you say God reigns on the just as well as the unjust, and sometimes favor ain't foul. So right now what you're getting is a lot of favor, because it's a lot of men right now saying, Javar, how do I get to, if I could try to, so what's your Instagram, your Facebook and all this, so they can blow your DMs up right after our show?
Don't.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna say, okay, listen. Because if you're gonna hit my DM, it's Javara_TV.
Yeah.
Where'd he go? He got kicked off.
You really upset him.
It's storming out there in Atlanta. It happened to me before. He'll be back. It's okay.
It's snowing.
I said it's storming.
You gotta end this shit before Horace get mad.
I thought Horace kicked him out. He trying to get us off the call.
He probably did. He does that.
I would
no, he ready to go. We can talk behind stage. He ready to go, man.
Go ahead, man.
If it die, I'm gonna hop back on here from somewhere else. But so Javar_TV. If you hop in my DM, right? I just got this thing. I don't like my phone is for making appointments. If you hit me, let me know where you at, how I'm gonna get to where you at, what we gonna do. I don't want to. What you doing? How are you? All of that.
There we go. There we go, Lou.
And then send me the offer. It could be, I don't know what your offer is. Some people offer cash. Some people offer a good time. Like, hey, you want to go? I like to skate. I like to rollerblade. I like to travel. I ain't trying to go out to eat and all the basic stuff. But there's so much stuff to do in the world. I'm not an eater. You know what I'm saying? We can go rock climbing. It's a whole lot of stuff to do.
Whoa.
I just don't come with the regular what we've been doing since high school. I've been dating since high school.
There we go. Okay, thank you.
I love it.
Thank you for coming on. Tootie, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No, fuck it. Listen, we finally broke through the algorithm. We broke through the algorithm, so hell, I held the good fight in tonight. So Javar, thank you for standing in the paint. It's kind of like us.
It's tough.
It's like throwing a woman in a cell, in the prison cell.
Been here.
Yeah, you held your own, but we do appreciate. We do appreciate you being able to have some dialogue, some conversation, because we do offer that to a lot of people, and they will talk in the comments, but they won't come on. Chris is giving that invitation to a lot of women, and hey, you always welcome to come on. We'll do one topic, but you definitely are a good podcast material, and you were a good guest for us tonight. I'm gonna let you have our last comment. I'm gonna go to Chris Leo for closing comments.
Yes. We all welcome women to come. What?
Yeah.
I want to say,
Edit that,
fellas. I want to talk to my fellas tonight. Don't listen to Javara. You matter just as much as she does. Just because there's a woman, that doesn't mean she has more value than you. There's going to be some initial effort that you got to put in, yes, but you should expect effort back. It may not be identical, but it must be reciprocal. It don't have to be identical. You don't have to do the same things. But if you give, even if she gives an inch, you can go a mile, but she got to give that inch because you are just as valuable to this as any woman is. And don't let Javara tell you that bullshit that you're not. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for coming tonight and stop influencing the women that watch this show to be train action. Thank you.
All right, let me go to Zeta Ladies, man.
Why you want to put me behind that? What do I say? The man just said train action. God. But listen, Javar, I appreciate you coming on. You're a good sport. You are a good podcaster. You didn't get in your feelings. You stood your ground, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? What you feel is what you feel. We're just talking to you, telling you our side and our points, and that was good. To everyone who was watching, we appreciate y'all. We know we went long. We always ask you guys to share and tag because that's the only way that we can get out to touch other audience who may have questions or even some answers to some of the things that we speak on. So one thing Mario said that I loved is he said, we're all about building our Black race. So we're not trying to tear this thing apart. When we are talking about Black men and Black women getting together, hopefully, so that you guys can build us up. That's it. Nothing negative comes from us. Hopefully, that's not what y'all take is on our show. And we appreciate you. What you got, Chris?
I just went.
Okay, well, maybe it's Mario. The train action threw me. I'm sorry.
No, good.
Hey, I appreciate y'all for coming, man. I want to give a shout out to Shelly Singleton, man.
My
If
dog.
everyone's the number one fan, it'll have to be her, man. I appreciate everything you do. And when you make it to the top, one person we will never forget is you.
It's Shelly.
We're gonna come to your job and make you quit when we get that cash. So you have been supporting us hand over fist for these last couple of weeks, and I'm saying it's. I see your post every day, and I'll be like, "This is amazing." We appreciate you, sister, because you really just trying to help this Black men get to the top. And so I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you. Thank you, Javar, for coming on. But thank you for being pleasant. You know, a lot of times people come on this show and they have a narrative that they want to get off, and you could tell it's like vitriol, like they want to make sure they say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you for standing your point and doing it in the zoo and femininity. And a lot of times, yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of times women don't understand, like, it's not that we don't want you to agree with us on everything. It's not that we want you to have to listen to everything we say. We just want to be able to feel like I'm talking to a woman, not a strong woman, whatever you want to say, just a woman. And we did that today, and we appreciate you. Like Horace said, Chris always invites all women to get out the comments and come on, and you did that, so we appreciate you. They're the Black Super Friends. Now go tell all your thousands and thousands of followers, Javar, to come back and jump in the comments so we can bring them on too.
Oh,
so
thank you guys for having me. Oh, go ahead.
Your clip will be on tomorrow Instagram, so I'll make it shareable for you.
Thank you. Yes, well, thank you guys so much for having me. You know, we started off a little rough. Chris is a little hard. You know, I understand. We've been through a lot. I'm here for Black men. I don't want no smoke. But if we gonna have it, you're gonna get the real. You're gonna get the real. But it was fun. I really appreciate it. And support Black men. I do love Black men. I'm a hugger. You know, I'm all. That's why I don't play. Because if I'm in it, I'm in it, and I can't be playing my little feelings and my little coochie and stuff. But thanks for having me, guys.
We love that.
Well, thank you for thanking you. Listen, final comments. Listen, guys. First off, thank you for Javar for coming on the show as a host. It was a definite train wreck for me, but it's probably one of our best shows.
Chaos.
Oh, it's
Bring me
nothing.
back. Can I come back in like a couple weeks or a couple months so I can give out updates?
Come anytime you want.
And I will get some more pointers. I want y'all to help me build my relationship. I'm gonna find somebody that I like, and I'm gonna just do what y'all tell me to do. And if it works, and if it don't work, I'm gonna have a problem.
Well, I like that physical challenge.
Cause I trusted y'all to do it right for me.
You can come as much as you want.
I think you should. I think you already found me.
Listen.
You think what?
I think you already.
Yeah, Lou. My man Lou.
They go in the New
Naked
Orleans.
Stew.
Lou coming. All right,
Hey.
Lou, if I open my
Yeah.
inbox, come on. Let me see what you're talking about.
Lou, don't let us down.
All right. Well, listen, my closing comment is this. First of all, again, please like the show, share the show. Hell, if you gotta send it out into your all message, that's good. Second of all, like I said, Javar, thank you for coming on the show. I definitely got some show ideas for you. These guys have sub shows that I've been trying to get them to launch off, and I think it'll be amazing. Last but not least, I want to say, God, thank you for another day. This was a very, very good day to me. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my former best friend and life coach, Shakri Bryant, who left me with some impactful life quotes tonight. Believe it or not, she told me some stuff, and it was good. It really changed. It was a conversation I needed to have today. So I want to give respect for open to having that conversation. So it was a good day. Yeah. Right. So thank y'all for joining us, and we will see you next week on the Black Super Friends podcast. Javar, stay backstage with us.
Javar got some juice.